Good morning. It's my day off today. And yeah, everything calmed down. Um, my mind. Someone with authority, I guess, was doing something and scanned on my profile to use the scanner and forgot to log it out because they were doing something. And then I guess they probably went home or something. And so therefore the scanner thought it was me because it was um, signed into my profile. So, I guess it's the truth. But it wasn't me personally. So, yeah. So, what can you do? It's kind of funny now, thinking back on it and how it had me all heated up. Thinking about it. I'm like, man, what the hell? Oh, shit. But, lesson learned. Well, I don't know. But I'm still with the post office. They're slowing down on the hours. They're scheduling me for back-to-back days off. 2 days in a row off on a schedule. And I'm probably not going to be able to get the hours. They're really cracking down on that. It's a slow season. So, yeah. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I've signed it back up with Uber. And I'm going to do Uber on my days off. And, yeah, I'm going to sign on in the app. And on the way to work, get those deduction miles. On the way back home, get those deduction miles. And I'm going to be able to deduct my phone and deduct the insurance. And that's going to work. That's a lot of money to be able to deduct, which then helps me. It helps. So that's going to really freaking, yeah. People are probably saying, why didn't you do this? Well, I just, I'm new to the office relatively. And during the holiday season, it's busy. I'm working every day and I got to focus on learning the office. So it kind of, I think it was smart to, get acclimatized to the office, and focus on that. And now that I'm acclimatized, now I'm going to make that side money. I don't think I'm going to be driving people. I really like doing the food delivery. And I have the coolers to use. I know, and I look at, when I'm delivering the mail, I see people's food. So I know that, I'm on top of my game on how to keep the food hot and whatnot. So, and it's less miles on the car. And I think with the deductions and the extra money on the side, it doesn't really matter that I'm getting 2 days off. And I think I'm going to be able to get things, yeah, I think I'm excited. Still going to be involved in the fitness. I have my dash cam. Man, it sucks. I'm going to have to save up for that. But yeah, my dash cam, I still have that. I'm going to have to get that put back on the vehicle. But I'm going to be doing food deliveries anyways. I don't want to burn out my car driving people. It's just, you burn the car out too much with the people in the car. It's better mileage to the dollar delivering food. So I don't think I'm going to be driving people around, unless it be airport trips. Now that is one thing I can do, because in Irvine, the airport's right there, so I can just get off of work boom, turn on the app and get maybe an airport trip back home. I could probably do that a lot and make money, deduct that money on the way back. And perhaps on the way to work, since the airport's right there, I might be able to get airport trips on the way to work. And on some days, I might be able to get airport trips to and fro. I would drive those type of trips because they're not the ones that I'm already using those miles anyways. And those are the type of rides that are going to be less harmful to the car. So, yeah, that will be pretty sweet. That'll be pretty sweet. I'll do that. And then hopefully I can get some more money put aside. Because now that I'm not using credit cards, I have to have the money aside for the registration, for the insurance and all that. And I think that, yeah, the Uber on the side. Because the post office, with the less hours, the checks aren't that big. Yeah, I eat at Panda Express, and their lowest paying job is like $20.50 to $24.50 with benefits. 401k match. Jesus, I don't make that kind of money. I'm not bitching about that. I mean, those workers are essential to the money of the business, so why shouldn't they get paid? We think so much about status, but it's not about status. It should be about the importance of your role in the job. So that's the ticket. I overheard some workers talking about making $35 an hour. I'm not sure. But yeah, I often have to lose hours because I guess supervisor says there's an equity thing, hours, and if they don't get those hours, they get paid free money. And that affects the CCA. I'm making $19.55, I guess. And so therefore you lose hours that way. So it's like equity. I mean, I don't get the health benefits yet. So, I mean, how can it be an equity situation? I mean, you're going to give more hours? I mean, you know what I mean? But yeah, the need for side income and the e-gig, of course, my heart's still actually at that type of work. I like being my own boss. I like that. So, it's just the wear and tear on the vehicle. And now my credit's crap. So I just can't, get approved for another car loan and trade up a car. I mean, if I had kept up with my payments, well, the debt-to-income ratio would have probably hurt me, but my credit was perfect. I probably would have been able to go on back to the dealership that I do deal with and gotten a good deal. But I want to, I think I would go down the road of renting. That would be a possibility. But for $260 a week. Now, I think they do have the plan where if you can do X amount, you can get it. Yeah, that would be okay. But then that kind of almost forces you to, need to make a lot more money if you rent. But, then you're not destroying your personal vehicle. But yeah, having to make $260 a week, then it kind of obligates you a little. And I don't really want to get stuck in that predicament. But if I was needing to put a lot of miles, yeah, I can see renting. That's the way to go. Even because then, you're not, destroying your own vehicle. And then, yeah, getting into that. I have 80,000 miles on this car already. Um, but you guys have seen I put 80,000 miles in a year on a car, on that Ford Fusion. 80,000, yeah, in 1 year. So, yeah, it's tricky. Yeah. So, I'm doing it. I'm going to make that money. Staying smooth. I'm getting back to health again. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. And thank you.